Don't forget to mute.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our 10th episode of Poshmark Talk. You're hanging with all the ladies today. We are going to talk about blast sharing, our solds from the last
You're
month,
hanging with all.
and just whatever else everybody wants to talk about.
Yeah, some Q&A and whatever y'all want to talk about.
I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. I'm Lauren Hot Chic Thrift, if everyone doesn't already know me, since this is on my channel. I am Hot Chic Luxury on Poshmark, if you want to follow my Poshmark Closet.
Tracy?
Okay, I'm Tracy, and I go by Uniquely Me here on YouTube, and my Poshmark Closet is at uniquely_me.
Hey everybody, I am Tanya, also known as Thrifty Treasures here on YouTube, and my Poshmark Closet is at Tana Sheets. It's T-A-N-A Sheets.
Perfect. So what topic do you guys think we should start off with today? Should we start off with our solds from the last month or our blast sharing results?
Blast sharing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a little more exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, a blast share is when you just share the same item over and over and over again. And we were talking about this in our last episode. And we all said that we were going to go home and try it and share our results with everyone. I did it with a few items. I sold one of them, and now I can't remember which item it is once I share my sales. If I look back in our Facebook messages, I can probably figure it out. And then I did not sell my other ones, but I did gain a lot of likes and a lot of followers doing that. What were your results?
You know, I found the same result. Like, I got a ton of likes from doing that. So then I was able to start sending out offers to more people. So that, I think, is the key, to get all those likes and build them up. And I just sent out offers every single time I got a new like. Well, two of the items, I chose 3 strategic pieces. I chose one that I thought would sell fast, one that I thought would sell in a medium amount of time, and one that I didn't think would sell, honestly. So they all sold. 2 of them sold on eBay, though, like the next day. So I don't know how that happened, but one of them did sell on Poshmark. Like, it took about a week, though. So I just kept choosing that item to blast share. And you know, I didn't blast share it 100 times like I thought I would, because you get really bored really fast. So I would just go until I couldn't go anymore. But it does work, I think.
All right. I think so too, because you're at the top of the search then when you're doing that. If anyone's searching for an item, which is your item, it will show at the very top.
Yeah, and no one's going to be clogged up with your shares, because they're not looking at the feed for a really long time. Like, it's going to be something that they might see once or twice in the feed, I think, but I don't think it's going to be an obnoxious thing for anybody that's shopping.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Tanya's quiet over there.
Well, I was just going to say I wasn't quite as successful as you guys were. I don't think I put as much effort into it as y'all probably did. But I did want to bring up the boys. The boys are away today. Andy had some business to take care of, and Dwayne is actually traveling for work. So they aren't joining us. But Andy did have some good results with the blast sharing. And I want to say he was blasting something on Poshmark, and it ended up selling on eBay, right? Just like you, Tracy?
I think he did that the day of the last show. Actually, that happened, yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to remember, I guess, whenever you're continually sharing your item, you're not the only person at that exact moment in time that's doing that. So there's other people. So it's going to be a mix of items, I suppose. That's what I was worried about. I was asking them questions about it earlier. I was like, I don't want to spam, my followers. They're like, oh, don't worry, you won't. So that's good to know.
Yeah. So I think it's something I'm going to keep doing, especially with strategic pieces.
Absolutely.
Did anybody in the chat try that and have any luck? I'm curious.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Any
let us
of our
know.
loyal listeners, we'll give it a second and see if they say. I'm
Rebecca,
trying to scroll down my Poshmark Closet so I can see everything I sold right now.
okay, we have a question from Rebecca. She's saying, how much do you share? I'm not sharing a whole lot right now because I don't actually have a whole lot listed right now. But whenever I do, it's super quick for me since I don't have a lot listed. What about you guys? How often are you sharing these days?
I try to share twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And weekends, I've been really bad lately because we've been up at the lake and I've been busy. So I've maybe been getting like random shares in through the day and not my whole closet. And my Poshmark sales are really reflecting that. I think I had like 3 or 4 sales last week, which isn't that great for me. Usually I do at least 1 to 2 a day. So,
but even if you don't have time to share your whole closet, sometimes what I'll do is just share like a certain section, like just all the shoes or, you know, just all the jewelry, which that could take a while too, I guess. Usually, not right now, but what about you, Tracy?
I'm very sporadic in it. I try to do some sharing in the morning, definitely. And I'm ramping things up again. So it's not my first platform. It's really my third in line platform. So I just fit it in when I can, but for the last month, I've been sharing every day. So that's new for me. So, yes. But, you know, my sales are getting better because of that. So, I mean, it is all about what you put into it, really, unfortunately.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Yes. So I finally have my solds pulled up. Sorry. For anyone who's watching this in the replay, I've literally had every technical thing go wrong that could possibly go wrong. And I'm actually streaming the show off of a laptop that's like 10 to 12 years old. Because it's the only computer in my house I can get to work today. But anyway, so I'm chatting and doing everything where I'm talking to you off my phone. So if I seem distracted, I'm not. I'm just trying to keep up.
You're doing a great job, Lauren.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So anyway, I know I've talked about buying a MacBook in the past on different people's shows. Pretty sure I'm gonna bite the bullet and do it since I now have 4 computers in my house that aren't working. Welcome to my life. Anyway. So my sales in the last, I think it was 3 weeks ago we had the last show.
I think so.
I'll share some of the stuff that I cross-posted to eBay too, because anything I cross-posted to eBay, I can see if I sold that on here too. So I sold an Escapada pink printed halter top, and it was really cute. Looks like this.
Oh, that is adorable.
And you guys can always just look at my closet too, and you'll see. I sold a Club Monaco silk shirt, a halogen little tweed shirt. And you guys have probably seen all this in the haul videos I do because I do like massive haul videos too, so you can watch those. A pair of Express bootcut jeans, a brand new with tags Urban Outfitters top, a pair of Cabby like camo printed pants, a camo printed Topshop dress, like this like little knit vest thing that's long, like a duster, but sleeveless. And that was new with tags. A pair of Ann Taylor Loft shorts, and a White House Black Market dress.
You do really good with the clothes, Lauren.
I just love clothes. It's a favorite thing of mine. So, oh, Justin's here. Hi, Justin of RVA Flips. And Jennifer Leland is in here, and I haven't seen her on YouTube in forever, so I have to give her a shout out.
Yes. Hey, Jennifer. Well, my sales are a lot shorter than Lauren's. And like, I don't even know. This could even go back to January. I don't know. Let's see. So I sold a pair of Sam Edelman black satin boots, a Victoria Townsend black cat necklace, sterling, a Lily Pulitzer straw hat, a Sally Jean Alexander cross necklace. And oh my gosh, Tracy, do you remember this? I was with you, or you were with me whenever I bought this shirt at a garage sale.
Yes, you sold it. That was a long time ago.
Right? It's an Ivy Jane cream boho hippie blouse, and that sold for a whopping $9.
At least it sold.
Right. I sold a pair of men's Toms, a vintage Monet charm bracelet, a New York and Company skirt. So yeah, that's pretty much
Good. That's
yeah.
a nice list. Good. Now, sometimes it's nice just to get it out of your sight and be done.
I agree.
I'll take $9 over seeing it ever again, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So I think in the last month or so, you know, and I'm just ramping up again, so it's not great, but it's not horrible. It's a start.
I want you to give the prices your thing sold for.
Okay.
You've been making some money over there, haven't you?
Okay, because I lowered a lot of these prices. So, okay, good. I think the first one in the last month was a James purse. And I made a spelling error in the title, so I'm an idiot. But James purse maxi dress. And, you know, it was not in the best shape. And I put that in my listing, but I got $31 for that. And some Macy Bean Cowgirl boots for $75.
I saw those, and my daughter has a pair just like them. They're so cute.
Well, she'll outgrow them soon. So
right? I don't know if I'll be able to.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah.
It took about 2 or 3 weeks to sell those. They did go pretty fast. James Avery butterfly charm, and I got $58 for that. J. Crew statement necklace and earring set for $39, and that sold in 2 days. I've never sold J. Crew jewelry. I will next time price higher.
Yeah, that was a really nice set.
Yeah.
So do the shoes. The shoes sell awesome. Anytime I find J. Crew shoes that are in like new condition, I always pick them up because they'll almost always sell like close to the retail price. That's
so crazy to me because I don't view J. Crew the way some must. I don't desire it, I guess. I don't know.
It's a great tip.
Same way.
Yeah. And then an Elizabeth and James blouse for $26. I never get out of Elizabeth and James what should be spent because it's very high dollar, but I can't sell it for great money for some reason. But
if you're willing to sit on it, you can. I have a really rare blazer like that I can't find anywhere online. It's like a military button-down blazer, and I have it priced high, and I'm just gonna sit on it because it's a size 6, which is a super desirable size. It's in perfect condition, like it looks brand new without the tags.
Right.
And I couldn't even find one on the Real. So
wow,
someone will like look for that.
Maybe you should send it into the Real.
Right.
Some stuff, but
yeah,
I don't get as much money out of it as I feel like
I should. I understand. Might as well sit on it and get your money. Yeah. I sold some Sperry Chukka boots for men for $33. I really thought I could get more, but my shoes are really adding up around here and they take up space, so they've got to go. James Avery ring for $40. A North Face backpack for $58. A Dooney and Burke satchel handbag for $50. And you know, this one I had a while. I want to talk about it for just a second. Vintage Dooney and Burke had, I think it was 2 years where they did not have the made in USA tag in there. And those are actually more desirable, but nobody believes me. I have articles. I literally sent a link to an article of someone that was going, where's the inside tag? I go, read this, you know, but whatever. I got $50. I'm fine. But I mean, I don't know. You do what you got to do. And then some Sanuk yoga sandals for $25. Suede Van checkerboard high tops for men, $35. Some Anthropologie platform heels for $25, and Silpata earrings for $45. The Silpata jewelry, I'm doing well on several platforms with that.
Right, that's always a good seller. I wanted to ask you about those Anthropologie shoes. Is it like the clothing? Like, is it not marked Anthropologie? Do you have to guess if it's Anthropologie? Like, it's got a bunch of different names?
Yeah, those were holding horses, which I just happen to know were Anthropologie. I don't even think they have like an RN number in them to even look. You just have to know the brand, I guess, but I would not pick those up again. I have had those for a while.
You know, I would like to talk to the management at Anthropologie. Why do they have to be so difficult and confusing? Like, just make it one brand.
I don't think they're forming their business to help the resellers of the world, though.
Right? It's very tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's cute stuff.
I've
sure.
picked up tons of Anthropologie in my thrifting life. So if you ever have questions, you can always ask me. I swear I've picked up every Anthropologie piece like 6 different times.
Yeah. Well, some of it is so desirable, and some of it you just hold on to it for a while. It's just you have to live and learn.
Some of the less desirable stuff I'll just lot up with like a couple other pieces in the same size, and then I'll sell it that way on eBay, and then I can usually get like $40 if I put it all in a lot.
Right.
And if you're paying like $2 a piece, it's fine.
And sometimes I don't even know it's Anthropologie until I get home. Like one time, I think last year, I bought this really pretty, like it was orange and blue dress. And I think the brand on it was Millie or something like that. And I bought it because it was so cute. And then after I got home and did more research, I realized it was Anthropologie. So
I'll show you what a tag looks like. I actually have a sweater next to me that I was just about to put away. So Anthropologie, if it's a true Anthropologie piece, I'll try to, this computer is just not there. It will say in your care tag, Anthropologie. I'm trying to get it to focus.
Oh, that's good to know.
It won't focus, but if you guys watch my haul videos, anyone in the chat, I've shown the tags a couple times in there, but it will actually say made for Anthropologie.
Yeah, that's a great tip, Lauren.
So, because a lot of the brands are sold other places too, and it might not necessarily be a specific Anthropologie piece.
Yes, that is Dwayne. I think that's Burberry around her neck.
Yes, it is. Good eye.
Listen, Dwayne knows a lot more than he lets on, especially about jewelry.
That's why he can hang with us on Poshmark Tech. He knows.
That's right.
He's a very knowledgeable man. Oh, man. Did we have any questions in the chat that I've missed?
I don't think so. I think everybody's talking amongst themselves.
I'm trying to read it on my phone instead of my screen because my screen's going so slow. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe for a new laptop.
Or you could list all your items on Poshmark and sell them.
I
there you go.
Probably enough in my balance right now to just go buy a MacBook, and I might do that. I can use my work laptop, but I didn't bring the right one home. I have a couple of them, and I brought the one home that like doesn't like to log in my network, so I couldn't use that today, unfortunately. But yeah.
So I was wondering if anyone was going to PoshFest this year in the chat, maybe?
I am not this year. I priced it out and it's just a little too much for me to make it worth it. Plus, I would want to drive instead of fly. And I just can't take that amount of time for where it is this year. It's in Arizona. So that would be like a 3-day drive for me just to get there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's more centrally located next year, like even if it's in Atlanta or Nashville or something, I will go because I want to drive and I want to thrift my way there and I want to be able to list while I'm on the road.
Yeah, I thought about doing that too, and I would want to drive also to make it a thrifting trip. And I actually have family that lives outside of Phoenix, so I could stay there cheap, but it's just not in me this year. But I did hear that tickets sell out super fast. So if anyone's wanting to go, I would get your tickets now. I think the dates are October 4th through the 5th. And the tickets are $229, and they will be sold out soon.
They are sold out, I think.
Yeah.
Are they already? Oh, wow.
So.
Oh, my God.
I thought I saw that.
Okay.
How many people or how many tickets do they sell, I wonder?
They usually open it back up again. Like once they sell out, they'll sell more. So if anyone in the chat wants to go or watching this video later, I'm sure more tickets will open up. Otherwise, if you're in the Instagram community, a lot of people will sell their tickets that they've purchased for themselves if they find out they can't go. So
Yeah.
they'll sell them to you.
That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to know what you're doing in October right now. I mean,
especially if you have kids.
that's the fall. We're not even in summer yet.
Right?
Oh, Dwayne said he did try the challenge of blast sharing, but it did not work for him.
Oh.
Hey, bum crack.
Not even on eBay like it did for Annie.
Right. We'll keep trying, Dwayne.
Right?
More homework. I'm going to clean shoes after this. That's my homework after we were chatting earlier.
Yeah.
For those in the chat and that are watching this later, I counted before we started the show, 7 big like gallon things like behind me. I don't know if you guys can see behind me, full of shoes that I need to list. I just got in this rut where I did not like to list shoes. I didn't want to clean them. I didn't want to take pictures of them, but I have thousands of dollars once they're sold worth of shoes, which is nuts. And I need to get them up.
I think that's all listed by next month when we do our next show in June.
I hope I can take all the pictures before like Memorial weekend and then list almost everything then. That'll be my goal.
Yeah.
So I can get a lot of them up.
Yeah, that's a lot of money tied up there. I love selling shoes. Like I'm over the clothing right now because in my sales, you know, I had 4 pieces of jewelry, 5 pairs of shoes, 2 bags, and only 2 articles of clothing. So shoes did best for me.
Yeah, I go in phases. Like I'll do tons of dresses, tons of tops, tons of jeans, tons of shoes, tons of bags. Like I just have to be in the mood.
That's how I am with everything. Like all this, like last week I was really into a local selling app, and that's like where I was listing everything and selling everything. And this week I'm trying to get back into Poshmark again. So it's hard for me to focus on more than one platform, you know, at a time. Like it really is, you guys. So
it is.
Yeah.
I just have to take like a whole day and just do Poshmark and, you know, maybe eBay the next.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring up, somebody said his name is James Murphy. He says, I don't know what FT means. On Poshmark men's clothes, it can be tough. So James, I was going to suggest that you go check out Andy's closet. And Andy is it Marsha's Menswear? Let me tell you for sure.
Yeah, it is. You can search it that way.
Yeah, and
you look in my other videos too on my channel. There should be a link to his channel, and he has it listed on some of his videos too. So
he does really good on Poshmark with men's clothing.
Like amazing, and he takes incredible pictures.
Yeah.
Then he also asked, "What do you guys get on eBay for a pair of ladies' Converse sneakers in like new condition?"
It just depends, like the color, the size, everything. Anywhere from $25 to like $50, really.
Yeah, and then there's some really unique ones that you'll get even more if they're highly desirable, like with the crazy cartoony prints, or you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Depends. You have to look up comps.
Yeah.
Which brings us to another topic. You guys want to talk about that?
Yeah.
I wish I could screen share. So if one of you guys wants to screen share, go for it. I feel bad that I can't. That was kind of my plan when we talked about talking about this. But to show people how to search comps.
I don't want to screen share, but I'll mess something up.
Talk us through it.
Okay. Okay. I've been seeing this question a lot, and Tanya has a really great Facebook group called Poshmark Talk, and it's really active. It's growing so fast. It's really good information on there, and everybody pitches in and answers people's questions. So if you're not on that Facebook group, it's a good one. Please check it out. But there's a lot of questions that I've seen, which is fine because that's what it's about, is asking questions. But of people saying, maybe what brands of handbags sell, or does this sell well on Poshmark, or just asking what to sell. But there's a very simple way to find out, and surely ask the question to people too, because everybody has a different response. But if you go onto your Poshmark and search an item, like in the shop button, search just handbags or shoes, be very general if you want to start with. You can go in there and there's a filter button where you can look at the sold items only. And that's how you want to find out what's selling well. You don't want to know what people are listing. You want to know what's selling. So if you filter those into the solds, you can also sort those from high to low, or you can just look at them the way it comes up, and it'll show you the most recent sales, which is an important thing. Who's buying what right now and for what price? And then you might want to look at the high to low sorting. But it'll give you a very clear vision of what's selling. I noticed there's Michael Kors still sells well. Who knew? I didn't know that, but I found that out the other day. I thought he was kind of over. So Coach bags.
I thought it was over.
I'm like, Coach still sells well and for decent money, so if you really dig deeper, you can get your general that way, but then you can dig a little deeper and go, well, what's selling well in, high top sneakers, or, you can sort through it and spend a little time researching, because that's going to tell you what to pick up. And you can do that when you're out and about too. You find something that you feel is a good price. You don't want to bring it home if it's not going to sell. So look it up and get your comparables. And Poshmark now, you've got, I think, Lauren, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you've got forever ago to look at, don't you? Because they used to delete the solds. Like if I tried to go find the first items that I sold, they're not on here because they used to delete those. They don't
let you anymore. But back when I started, they'd let you delete your solds.
Yeah.
I would delete tons of them out like every month. So it's I kind of wish I could go back and look at that now, but
yeah.
Oh well.
But definitely, you can still ask questions to people in that Facebook group, because it's good to hear who's having luck with what. But definitely do some research and find out, and keep a mental list going on any platform, really. But it's very easy to search that on Poshmark.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I was going to say that, and I have been saying this, is that Vera Bradley's not selling, don't pick it up. But that's not true, because I just looked it up and there's stuff that's selling. I guess I'm not picking up the right stuff.
Okay, I can't give one away, okay?
Me neither.
Well, this is high-end stuff. Like I'm still in the $200 range. I sorted highest to lowest. So,
well, that might be a good one to research, so what, if you do run across that specific kind of item, you'll know, because I don't look at it anymore.
Yeah.
Right, and it might come down to like patterns.
Right.
I'm going to lot it up and bring it to a consignment store actually to get rid of it. I have stuff that's been listed. Well, you can look in my closet. I have one purse that's been there for 2 years probably.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I have it down at $15 and I still can't get rid of it. So I'll go sell it to a consignment store. I'll probably get at least $10 then, which will be more than if someone offers on it on Poshmark. So
and then it'll come back in style as soon as
I'll be like, yeah, darn it.
That's so funny.
Oh goodness. I'm trying to peek to see if we're missing anything.
Well, I have a question for you guys. So I was going to ask, what do y'all do with your inventory that you feel like has become stale? So like, I don't know about you guys, but when I first started Poshmark, I thought, oh my gosh, what a great way for me to move all of this jewelry that I have. And so I was just listing and listing and listing. And I think at one point I had gotten over like 400 listings of just a lot of jewelry. And, it did really great at first, but then things slowed down. And so I don't want to hang on to all of this jewelry. I want to move it. So I've been switching it around, selling it on different platforms locally, and maybe switch it over to eBay or Etsy. But so I'm pretty much down to only 8 listings now. And I'm kind of like just starting over. I'm trying to pick stuff that is more on trend, and doing a little bit more research before I just list a ton of stuff over there. So what do you guys think about that? Do you just keep your listings up forever, or do you just relist them to get new eyes on them?
Some stuff I keep up forever. I will occasionally just go through and get rid of stuff, but I usually don't relist it. I've heard that other people do that, but to me, that's just so time consuming when I could be putting actual new items out there that are taking up space in my house than relisting. Because
Right.
I feel like as long as you're sharing, it doesn't matter. But that's just my personal opinion. How about
Right.
you guys?
Well, I still haven't had my yard sale because it keeps raining. I'm still doing that. But I took down a lot of items. I left some cheaper items up too, just because maybe somebody, but I do lower my prices when I get tired of seeing it. Also, I just, I want to move things, and maybe it's not worth what I thought it was. So I do lower my prices after it's been there for a while. But Tanya, I'm thinking the jewelry I sold are very specific brands this month,
I noticed Brighton's doing really good over there.
Bright, yeah, there's some other options for Brighton I can talk to you about too. I don't know if you know about them, but yeah, Brighton always does well if it's in good shape. A lot of Brighton is not so much in great shape. If you,
I agree with you on that too. Yes.
yeah, but I think maybe making groups of jewelry might be fun. I was kind of toying around with that idea, possibly, not necessarily being a set, but being like, this is the kind of girl that would wear this type of jewelry. Here's
like boho jewelry, or
like a bundle deal that
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, still thinking about that.
And I also lower my prices too, but here's the problem with that. So like if I want to blow something out, say I lower the price to like, $10 or $15. Well, people don't know, and quite frankly, they don't care, so they're still going to lowball you anyway.
I know.
And that is just so frustrating. So sometimes I get put out with Poshmark, but I just have to remember, that it's its own platform and things are just a little bit different over there. So you just have to allow yourself a little bit of extra room. Pricing.
Yeah, and it's hard to list the cheaper items. It's just hard to on Poshmark, especially.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. If you come up with an answer, let me know.
It's just constant experimentation. Seriously.
I think you should try a mystery box, because you can do that on Poshmark, right?
Yeah, I have never done it, but a lot of people on Instagram do it.
Yeah.
And I think there's so many people around the country that want like jewelry jars and or jewelry bags and don't get them in their city, that maybe on Poshmark, and maybe you could promote that on Instagram, or I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, you just never know what they're expecting.
Yeah.
And they might think they're going to get all this amazing stuff. Well, I'm not going to just give away amazing stuff. I'm going to sell that amazing stuff.
I know.
So stuff that I do here, it might be, stuff that might not necessarily have, be branded or anything like that. I mean, but that's not necessarily true, because I have made a ton of mistakes with jewelry, you guys, and other people have profited off of me. So it's just, trial and error.
Yeah. I know. That's why jewelry's hard.
For sure. Yeah, and sometimes I'll hold on to something forever because I think it's worth money. And sometimes you just have to let it go. I mean,
yeah, just because you love it doesn't mean anyone else out there is going to. I realize
that it's valuable. Yeah. It's true.
And sometimes when it's your own item, it's even harder because you had an attachment to it, and then you decide to sell it, whatever it is, whether it be jackets, shoes, jewelry, and you thought it was the coolest thing ever. And when you can't sell it, you get kind of butthurt, and you go, "Dang, do I have bad taste?"
Right.
That's okay. No biggie. Yeah.
You guys are fun.
There goes Dwayne again. Jewelry is the devil.
Oh, Lauren, I'm going to talk about this. I found this really interesting. Somebody reached out to me on Poshmark. It was on a listing of Escada pants that I had. And I had in my listing, out of a guess of my own, that they had been altered, because that's what it looked like. But they were slightly vintage, but the hem or the seam on the back looked like it might have been altered, and there was a lot of room left to go either way, bigger, smaller, whatever. And this sweet girl reached out to me, and she goes, "I have those same pants, and that's how mine look. That's just how they are." Well, sometimes when you're trying to message or get a message to somebody, you don't really want to put that in their listing because it can be considered rude. You're clogging up their listing, and I've had to relist items when somebody's been a jerk, like you just have to kind of delete that listing and start fresh. This girl created a bundle with those pants, and when you create a bundle, you can leave a comment, and that's where she left her comment. So it's not on the listing itself, and then she just deleted her bundle after.
Oh.
And I thought that is such a good thing, instead of, looking like somebody that's trying to destroy somebody else on Poshmark with, telling them they're wrong, essentially. Right. That's a great way to do that if you feel the need to connect to somebody without doing that. And I just want to share that because I thanked her, and I said, and she was sweet about everything, and I appreciated her information. But I never thought of doing it that way. So I thought I'd share that in case anybody
I had no idea you could leave a comment on a bundle.
I didn't either.
Yeah, and that's kind of a newer thing. I don't know when it started, but it didn't used to be that way as far as I know. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I think that that's a newer way.
Yeah.
Have you done it?
I report fake counterfeit stuff all the time.
I do too. I'm that person. Don't sell it.
I don't comment though. I just report it because it makes me really angry when there's people on there like me that list real things that I know are real, and then I get people commenting and being like, "Oh, well, that's fake." I'm like, no, it's not fake. Trust me, I know that it's not fake.
I would never comment either. Just report it. Why get into an interaction that way,
Yeah, I just usually will delete my listing and then relist it if someone does that, because I've been on Poshmark so long that, trust me, none of my stuff's fake.
Yeah.
Darling, please.
I don't buy fake things. Actually, I will jump around here to our viewers. I just looked at what time it is, so I figure I better mention this. I should have mentioned it in the beginning. I am hosting a Poshmark party next Monday, the 13th at 9 p.m., the 9 p.m. Central party, the nighttime party. It's for everything. I can't remember what the theme is. They emailed me what it is, but it's anything in your closet can go in there. And I need to do some host picks. So if you follow me on Instagram, or if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because a few days beforehand, I will post something on Instagram saying, put your closet name below, and I will try to find a host pick out of your closet that I can share to the party.
Awesome.
So yes, I have my Instagram account linked down below in the description. So please follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and connect with me, and we will try to get you a host pick in the next Poshmark party when I'm hosting.
So tell us,
Woohoo!
That's so
right?
I'm
Tell us how
ready
that
to
works,
party.
Lauren. So
Yeah,
how does that
how
work?
does the party work for you?
So pretty much I will have my phone plugged in the entire time. I have my computer going. I'll be sharing off my computer and my phone because I find that faster. And I just go and I'll like items like a couple days before that I want to share to the party as a host pick. And then once I share them, they become a host pick. So if you see me, this is talking like way later on. When I make my Instagram post, if you give me your closet name and I go and like an item, if you see my screen name for Posh like an item, don't send me an offer or anything, just let it be. And do not share it to the party because it won't show up as a host pick then. I have to be the one to share it. So
Really?
if I like one of your items, don't share it because it won't be a host pick.
Wait, now say that again, slower.
That's not fair.
I know, it's crazy. I do share all my host picks right away within the first hour though. So, because they kind of max you out, at least the people that I save to do it for. Once I share everybody's that I've saved, I'll start sharing from the feeds of different things. But just until like 10 o'clock p.m., do not share anything I've liked. Because things only go into a party one time.
Like on the day you do that, I'm not going to share anything because I don't want to mess anything up.
Yes, but I will put a post out on Instagram that I'll ask everybody to comment their closet name, and then I'll go pick something. As long as your closet is compliant, that's the only thing. I've been picked to do Poshmark parties for years now, and the reason that I get picked again is because I have a compliant closet. So I will not share anything from a non-compliant closet. So, like, say
Or
you're
you better follow the rules, okay?
yes, follow the Poshmark rules, or I can't share your stuff.
Can we bribe you with like sending you wine and caviar that night?
You guys can hang out with me if you want, actually. We could do like a little hangout or something while I'm doing it. That would actually be really fun.
Yeah, we should do that.
Maybe
We should do that live.
Live show, like a live Posh party.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great idea, Lauren. That is so great. You should totally do that.
Maybe I will do that. Would you guys like that?
I'll be here.
Sure.
I can't see the chat right now, so you'll have to tell me if people in the chat want me to do that.
I'm sitting in here putting our closet names. Okay.
That's actually a really good idea. I should do that. Like walk through. This is what you should do if you're going to host a Poshmark party. If you get picked to host a Poshmark party.
Yeah, that'd be a really good video too. That'd be good content.
I'm writing it down so I don't forget.
Right. Hey, Beth Langford, so much sharing and following for so little sales. I don't know. That's just me. It does feel that way. Try the blast sharing method and see what you think of that. If you weren't here in the beginning, go back and watch. And we talked a little bit about blast sharing. See if you hone in on a couple items and share that item a lot. Like pick a higher dollar item. Maybe that will work. Just a thought.
Absolutely. And something else you can do, I used to do this way back in the day before I had like any followers on Posh. If you share your whole closet, hopefully you don't have like 1,000 things in there. But I found if you share your whole closet and then you share like 50 other listings, just random listings, not from people you're following, you'll get a bunch of followers. So
50?
But like for me, that's unrealistic now because I have so many listings. Like if I shared my entire closet and then did that, that would take me like 4 hours. So I just stick with sharing my own closet. Then I'll share like from my feed randomly during the day of other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Or my friends. Like if I have time, I'll share some of my friends. Like you guys know I'll go in your closets and share stuff randomly. But that's what I do now. But back in the beginning when I didn't have such a full closet, that really helped me.
Right.
Engagement.
Now that we're all ambassadors, I don't see my friends sharing my stuff near as much anymore. It's like when I first started, everybody was sharing everybody's stuff, and now it's really slowed down a lot. But I'm guilty too. So
come fall, I'll share more. My day job keeps me very busy all summer, and then we have a lot of family obligations and those things. But once it's winter in Minnesota or cold out, I get a lot of work done. I think we have some Minnesota girls in the chat. I saw Rebecca was in here.
I wondered where she was. Is it still cold?
It's been like 60 degrees, but then at night it gets to be like 30. So
yeah,
that's nice.
Hey, Lauren, what do you feel about the make a deal days, like the closet clear out all the time lately? Do you not see that? Like,
I see it. I've always just kind of done my own thing. I'll try to share my closet a little more if I see that, because if someone really wants something, they'll usually just comment on there like, will you drop it so that I can get the $4.99 shipping, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, it just used to make it kind of feel like a more special thing, but when it happens every other day, it's not. I mean, that's still good. You're still getting a better deal. I'm just wondering if it's taking away from the urgency of buying an item.
They used to do it maybe once a month, I feel like.
Yeah.
But now it's all the time. It's crazy. It's popping up on my phone all the time.
Yeah, like, oh, again. Okay, did we not just do that yesterday?
Do you guys have all of your notifications turned on?
I do have all mine turned on, just because I have a lot of other things. Well, for my job, I do a lot of stuff with social media. So I have tons of notifications coming through my phone all the time. And I'm afraid if I don't have every Posh one on, I'll miss it. Because I can actually go back in my notifications, like hit a scroll, and then scroll through all of them for like the last 2 hours. And then I can see if I missed something. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
I turned off the notifications for when people share or like my items. I'll just go look. Like, I don't, it gets to be too much scrolling through my phone. What about
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all the Minnesota girls in here.
Representing.
Carol are in here too.
Oh, Kathleen, you traitor. She was.
Yeah. She's crazy going up north. Does anyone else have this? Maybe it's just me, but I'm usually on Poshmark on my phone like 90% of the time, not the desktop. And mine reverts back to the woman category every time I enter into Poshmark. Even though I've pushed all in the markets, I'll go back in and it'll be women only. I'm like, where's my men's this or that? You know, does that happen to anyone else? Or
yes, that's happened to me before too. Okay. And Lauren told me what to do, and now it doesn't do that no more.
What?
It's been a while since it did that.
Okay.
But it's frustrating.
It is, because I think I'm sharing from my whole closet, and then I realized I didn't share any men's stuff. And I've got men's stuff too. You know, I'm not just a women's seller. So I don't know.
So going forward, Tracy, what do you think you're going to be focusing on? Still a little bit of everything, less clothing?
I love shoes and bags. Like, and when I say bags, it's not just like handbags. I like the backpacks have always sold well for me, and definitely jewelry, but specific jewelry. But I don't get a ton of jars where I have to figure out what to do with the smaller pieces. So I just buy as I see. And I think for things like jewelry, there's, you know, Poshmark has the specific ones that go there, and there's the very definite ones for eBay, like the more vintagey, you know, things I think are possibly more eBay depending. But I'll still pick up clothes. I'm got a hankering to pick up some clothes.
I know, me too. Like,
I haven't bought any in a long time.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I'm not going to sell clothes anymore. Just forget it. And then I'll be at a garage sale and like, there's something new with tags for $2 and it's a good brand and I'm like buying it.
Yeah.
So it
The thing I
happens.
like about clothes is that they take up less space. And I like to have a large inventory. And the fact that clothes take up less space really helps me do that. So like I can get something that's an item of clothing that's going to make me $150 and it will take up literally no space. That's what I like about clothing.
Yeah. I feel like my sales have dropped on all my platforms, probably because I've had things going on that I'm working a lot less right now and have been for a couple months. But I feel like clothing, once I get in a groove of, everyone talks about how hard it is to list clothing. For me, I can list clothing almost faster sometimes than other items because I know it already. And there's a process that's so definitive. Like, this is the way I do my clothing. There's no questions about it, where it might be some weird jewelry piece I don't know anything about. I've got to research the maker. I've got to do, so clothing has a place in my platforms, but just not like it used to,
Yeah.
Right. So I know, but everybody else in the chat might not know. So how do you store your clothing, you guys? Like, Tracy, how do you store your clothes? Once you list it, what do you do with it?
Right there. You see that? Those bags, those IKEA bags, is how I store mine. I have a video on it, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mine,
Yeah.
twist so you guys can see. I don't have my regular camera that I can move. I do mine in the same IKEA bags or else in these plastic bins too.
Yeah.
So the plastic bins I actually like a little better, and those usually go in my garage because I can just stack them up.
Yeah.
You guys put them like in a baggie? Do you guys put them in a baggie first and then put them in the bags?
Anything that I put in the garage, I put in the baggie. Then I put them in moisture sealed plastic bins.
Yeah, like
and the stuff inside is usually my more expensive items that I keep in the IKEA bags, and then I just keep those inside and I keep it loose because a lot of my more expensive stuff I'll steam it and then refold it and everything before I send it out.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Tracy, did you see Kathleen's comment?
Yes, I will respond with my voice instead. Kathleen, that is the only organized part of my that's all I got. Like, you should see my garage. But I mean, maybe, is it okay, Tanya, if I post that video in the Poshmark Talk group, maybe?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It could help a lot of newer sellers, maybe, because once you get a process, whatever works for you, you can tweak it, and you just want to start with something. You don't want to just start hanging stuff in your own closet when it's inventory. It doesn't work.
Like me.
Okay, sorry. Or wear it while it's listed. I can't do that. If I'm going to wear something I have listed, I have to take it down just in case I do something to that item. I just can't be that person. I wish I could. I know you do, Lauren, don't you? I wish I could. I'm jealous.
If I did not have a different job, I don't think I would be as organized, honestly. And like, I'm not totally organized. If it's not listed, it's not organized. It's in my spreadsheet, but it's everywhere. Like, if you guys could see the floor in here, it's almost all unlisted stuff that changes out weekly. So
well,
it looks nicer behind me, but it's really not that pretty.
I am trying to get Tracy's YouTube channel up so I can copy and paste it in the chat. You guys, she's brand new to YouTube.
I'll add it in the description when the video is over too. I wanted to add everybody's channels, but then I was having my technical difficulties, so I didn't get that far. So if you guys are wanting to subscribe too, please just check back on this video in like an hour to 2 hours and I'll have them up.
I know. And such a small thing, but I'm almost at 300 subs and I think that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Tracy, if you type your name, I'm getting the spinning ball of death. But if you type your name in the chat, people can like click on those 3 dots to the right of your name and go to your channel and subscribe.
Okay.
And I can make you a moderator then too.
There we go. Hi, Karen. I'm a wrench.
Now you'll be blue if you type.
Don't you love it when someone makes you a wrench for the first time?
No.
Like on their channel. I'm blue. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, the first time's exciting, and then you're like, oh, with the blue wrench comes so much power.
Hey, James. James, Andy's YouTube channel is the Parrot Head Picker. Kathleen says she's subbing to you now, Tracy.
Yay!
Kathleen, come to Texas. We miss you.
Yes.
Oh, good. Rebecca's almost at 200. Cool. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, right?
You do. Well, I suppose we can end now. We've been going for about an hour. Do we know whose channel the show will be on next, or is it a surprise? Or should we have it on Tracy's channel since Tracy is building her channel?
Well, I don't know if anyone will show up, Lauren.
Oh,
they will.
That is not true. Tracy is going to host in June, you guys. You have a whole month to figure it out.
So I get to have all the technical difficulties. It's so easy sitting back on poor Lauren having her difficulties.
You have a great laptop. You're going to be fine.
Okay.
I'll probably be coming in from my phone if I haven't bought another laptop yet. Jeez.
Okay, I'll do it. And we have to get those boys back. They did.
Yeah, boys.
We do. I'll let you guys know too if I can do a live while I'm doing my Posh party, because I think that would be really cool.
That'd be
fun. If the boys can do it too. So Dwayne, if you're still listening to us, you're totally invited to that if I do it. I'll try to decide this weekend if that's happening.
So what hours does that one run? I never paid attention.
It goes from 9 p.m. until 11 or 12, I think.
Cool.
So yeah. But
I might not do that the whole time, but I'll definitely pop in for a while.
I think it might end at 11, right? I think it's 9 to 11 then.
That's what I was thinking too. Our time anyway.
I will just do it for like maximum an hour, but just kind of to show people what involved.
Oh yeah.
Party. And
Count me in.
Oh, good. Beth will be there.
That would be really boring watching me share things on Poshmark for an hour. Like, no thanks.
I'll be drinking. It'll be fun. I'll have
to be a Posh party, right, Beth?
The first time I met Tanya in real life, not on a screen, I was hosting a Posh party.
Yeah, you were.
You
were like, oh my gosh, I'm hosting a party right now.
I felt so rude. I was sitting on my phone while I was talking to everybody, like just constantly with it plugged in.
Wow.
But it was fun. And no one really knew what Poshmark was then. You guys all looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I'm on Poshmark. And y'all are like, Posh what?
I was like, man, this girl's all fancy and stuff. What's she talking about?
Tanya's like, who cares about Poshmark? Where's the tacos?
Right?
I found the cutest shirt the other day, Tanya. I almost bought it for you. It said something like, I love chihuahuas and tacos or something like that.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Tanya.
That is so
I saw it at Target. If I see it again, I'll buy it for you.
Oh my gosh. I actually need to go to Target, so I'll check it out too.
But there was even like a little chihuahua on there. And then saying about the tacos. And
oh my gosh, that is so perfect.
Little Skippy on there.
Right? He is such a mess, let me tell you.
Okay, I'm scaring my viewers away and I'm losing subs because I'm just sitting here talking to you both now. And
tacos and
so we will end the show now. I'm hosting a Posh party next Monday, May 13th. Follow me on Instagram. The link is below, and make sure that you're watching because I will be asking for your closet names so I can give you a host pick. I'll let you ladies say anything if you want to before we go here.
I don't have anything to say. Just come and join us next month on Tracy's channel.
Ooh, Dwayne. Did you see what Dwayne just did?
Oh, Dwayne,
Ooh,
thank you for the super chat.
Whoop, whoop.
awesome.
It's guilt money. He feels bad for leaving you.
Guilt money.
It's probably because he's eating tacos right now.
Right?
Someone should make this. Now someone's going to watch this and do it, but someone should make that into a merch shirt. I love Chihuahuas, tacos, and garage sales.
Oh, yes.
I need that shirt. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, well, all I want to say is just everybody get listing, keep sharing. Poshmark rewards you. It'll all be okay. Just make some money.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Bye.